Hey, shalom, shalom, brakata Yahweh, brakata Yahushai, brakata Yahweh, brakata Yahushai, brakata Yahweh, brakata Yahushai, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rachakadash. All praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rachakadash. Double honors to the apostles out in New York, a great millstone of GMS. Honors to all Akim around the planet, lifting up the name of Yahweh, Yahushai, in truth and sincerity. This is Brother Uriah from Great Millstone, Chicago, and just jumping in there with another lesson. And in this lesson, as you see on the screen, says nuclear war is within the realm of possibility. Thus saith the United Nations chief. Antonio Guterres told reporters that the war in Ukraine will have no winners, only losers. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres warned on Monday that an ongoing escalation of war in Ukraine, whether by accident or design, which lets you know the insiders know this is all by design, all right, will threaten entire humanity. He further alarmed that the conflict may end up in nuclear apocalypse. The prospect of nuclear conflict, once unthinkable, is now back within the realm of possibility, Guterres said. All right. Guterres' comments on nuclear war were made in relation to President Vladimir Putin raising Russia's deterrent forces, which included various strategic weapons, both nuclear and conventional, to special alert last month. Development the UN chief called bone chilling. All right. And if you go into, what Russia said, Putin threatens nuclear war. All right. Let's see. All right. See. It was a couple weeks ago. Basically, Putin said, "Look, man, y'all keep on fucking. We will go. We got nukes." Putin threatens to nuke the world. Opinion. Putin has threatened nuclear action. All right. And the bottom line is, the narrative that Esau Edom, the so-called white man here in America, the Western Esau Edom, is different from the Eastern Russian bloc, and it's and they're demonizing Putin, but it's akin to the USSR being the United States of America, and then it was a split up, and then a reforming, and just say that California, Chicago, Illinois, I guess, and maybe a couple of states say, well, you know what, we're gonna do our own thing. We succeeding from the Union, all right. And then basically, Russia was cool with Belarus being Belarus, Ukraine being Ukraine, Crimea being Crimea, or whatever, as long as they're not kicking it with their enemies. But now say the same situation over here in America, California, say Illinois, say, Michigan or whatever, say that we're doing our own thing, living peaceably next to the rest of the states that stayed together. But now we're starting to link up with North Korea, and then we get a deal and sign a deal with Illinois and North Korea to set up nuclear weapons from North Korea's nuclear weapons here in Illinois, right next to America, when North Korea and America are not 100% together. All right, they're not allies. All right, what do you think America would do if they had reports and footage and evidence of North Korea setting up nuclear weapons in Illinois or in California? They'll be like, "Oh hell no, not next to my country, not on my watch. You can't be part of me and then want to dip, but now you're gonna kick it with my friends." Now America would be like, "No, they want their autonomy. They want to be free. We gotta free Ukraine." Nigga, man, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans have been trying to be free for over 500 years. If you cared about freedom, where our freedom at? All right? America changes their narrative to fit them. If we said we want to be free and started trying to stand out and separate ourselves, they're gonna say we revolting. They're gonna say that we're doing some illegal act. Nobody's standing up for so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And nobody wants another nation in their backyard on their doorstep. Okay? So they're not telling you what's really going on behind the scenes when this is really set up by the Heavenly Father, the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And ultimately, nuclear war is here. And there will be nuclear warfare and bombs going off and on the ground. All right? Nuclear warfare was here once they started creating nuclear weapons. All right? Matter of fact, let's get that. The Lord said, all right, he created a smith. All right? All right, this is Isaiah 54 and 16. All right. Let's start off with 13. And all thy children shall be taught of the Lord, and great shall be the peace of thy children. And righteousness shalt thou be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression, for thou shalt not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near thee. Behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake. Behold, I have created the smith, that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. And that's that smith, that blacksmith, as you see over here in the New Living Translation, verse 16. 54:16, it says, I have created the blacksmith who fans the coals beneath the forge and maketh the weapons of destruction. No, I just make it a little bit more clear in English terms. The Lord created a smith, and the smith is a maker, a creator, and was of these nuclear weapons. And he's made a weapon called a waster to destroy. Once a nuclear weapon goes off, it completely destroys and obliterates damn near everything. All right? And makes it damn near unlivable for a while with all that radiation. Okay? All right, and the Lord said he created it. All right? He said also let that glittering. All right, let's pull that one up. Yep, it's a good one. A couple of different ones. All right, Job 20:25. Let's go into a little bit more in that one. Let's go up a little bit. Right, yeah, this is talking about Esau Edom, verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. When Esau feels like he's putting his plan totally together and it's all great, that's when the Lord's going to take him down, which is right around there. With his whole slamdemic and all the restraints and all things he did to all things he's still doing with setting up the MOTB, the Charagma, all right, the mandatory, you can't buy or sell unless you have this particular device type. Lord have mercy, my people is just in bad, dire conditions, bro. I'm not going to repeat what I just seen right here, and it's just so sad to me, bro. But, you know, it's the judgment of the Lord. Lord have mercy. Slakia. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And that word wicked is not the actual literally wicked. That word, matter of fact, I'll go there since we're right here in the interlinear, we can show that it's actually the working man, all right? The laborer, the sufferer, the wretched ones, the ones who are actually busting their behinds, concretely a laborer, all right? The ones who your bottom of your workforce, okay? He said all the hands of the workers are going to be upon him. Why? Because he's done lied. Go to my schools. Go get into debt. Come work for me, and you can have this wonderful life, and this your house and car and your 3.5 kids and your dog and your white picket fence looking ass. And if we look in the neighborhoods, we can go around to the neighborhood I work in right now. It's very dilapidated and run down, and these niggas all working, busting their ass for pennies on the dollar. All right, for chicken change. All right. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are about him. All right. It's a glittering sword that cometh out of the body. What sword have you seen glittering? All right, you'll see. Now the sun shine on a saber or a nice little sword. You might flash in the sun, but that's talking about that roaring missile that comes out of those silos, the body out of the ground, or the missile silos. All right, and he said, though, that's those terrorists. That's that weapon. Okay. As a matter of fact, let me see. Let me get this from Job 9:24. No, that's not the one. That's a good one too. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? That's not the one. I wanted Judges. Must be Judges 5:11. Yeah, it's the one I wanted. So like, yeah. Sometimes we're getting them mixed up. This is Judges 5:11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the place of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates. He said, they that are delivered from the noise of archers. If you ever seen an archer shoot arrows, or even the movie, you really don't hear it. At the most it'll be, and you can't hear that. That's not no noise. All right, if somebody was 20 feet away or 30 feet away, 50 feet away from you and shot a bow and arrow, you're not going to hear it. You'll feel that motherfucker if it hit you, but you're not going to hear it. So how do you hear an arrow? It has to be lit in the shape of an ICBM nuclear missile. It's got to be in the shape of a torpedo. All right, it looks like an arrow, cylindrical, pointy in one end. Okay, but it is propelled by rocket fuel. Okay, and that causes a noise. All right, and that being in the sky and the sun reflecting off of in the fire shooting out, propelling it, makes it glitter too. Okay, he said they're going to be delivered from the noise of the archers, right? And that's those. The archers are these different countries that are going to that's going to be shooting off their nuclear arsenal to World War III, and it's inevitable. He said they're going to be delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing water, in the places where slavery is full effect. All right. All right. He said, even there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh, which is what we're trying to do right now. The hopeful righteous elect are right now, even to this moment, trying to rehearse the righteous acts. Okay, going down to the gates, waking up our people, fighting for the hopeful righteous elect. Okay. All right. See, this is a matter of fact. This is Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all they that do wickedly shall be stubble. All the day that shall, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. All right. So that those nuclear weapons are going to cause so much heat. Is going to, like the Lord says, it's going to be days that it's going to be, the earth is going to feel like you are actually literally inside of an oven. Right? That's that nuclear war is inevitable. All right. And they're guided by missiles, missile technology, computer technology. All right. Guidance systems. This is Joel, the 2nd chapter. All right. Verse 7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter into the windows like a thief. Okay? So the earth shall quake before them. All right? That's nuclear weapons and missiles when they go out, when they're going to be guided. They're going to be going straight toward their destination. If something else comes between them, they're going to go around it. That's called a nuclear guided missiles, man. All right, and it's right here in the scriptures. It's right here in the scriptures. Okay, and so this nuclear weapon warfare is inevitable. All right, it makes a lot of nuclear scriptures, the missile scriptures are popping in my head. Maybe see, you know what I'm saying? See, I'm gonna put a scroll. All right, yeah, perfect. Isaiah 34:4, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and their host shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. All right. Now, if you ever seen fig trees and they look like little bitty bombs or little eye droplets of tear, like a tear shape, those figs look almost like that. But if you see them on the tree and they're falling down to the ground, they look like little missiles falling, man. All right. For my sword, his sword, which is the nuclear weapon, shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Idumea is Esau, Edom. All right. You click on Idumea, it's going to go back to Esau, Edom. Matter of fact, let's just go there. All right. So people understand. We tell you these things. We're telling you the truth. We have to do the research for you because you won't do it. Edom, Idumea, Edom, the red guy. He calls himself white. He's not white. He's red. Okay. The Most High hates his ass because he hates the Lord and his people and creation. And upon the people of my curse to judgment. The Most High hates them. Okay. And that's going to be that's the heavens coming to dissolving, and it's when that nuclear missile gets detonated. It's a mushroom cloud that comes up like a scroll and it unfolds like a scroll. All right, and that's how the Lord likens it, and that's the analogy that He left in the scriptures. All right, but all through the scriptures, the Lord is warning us of nuclear war. All right, nuclear warfare. All right. He said it's going to be so great, it's going to break up America into 3 parts. All right, that's how great this destruction is going to be. All right, Revelation 16:19, and a great city, talking about America, Babylon, was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon came in remembrance before the Most High, to give unto her the cup of wine of the fierceness of his wrath, for all the abominations that we have done, that's been done in America, man. All right. So hopefully this has been edifying. Nuclear warfare is coming, and we're real close. That's why we're praying the righteous hopeful elect that this Ukraine-Russian shit keeps spiraling out of control. And hopefully these are the hooks that the Lord has put into the jaws of Russia, Gog and Magog, according to the scriptures, to pull them into the fight. All right, because if you listen to the rhetoric last year, leading up into this crisis, Putin kept saying, we don't want to fight, we don't want to fight, we don't want no problems, we don't want no problems, we don't want no problems, and keep telling Ukraine, leave NATO alone, mind your business, NATO, mind your business, America, mind your business, hey, we ain't want no trouble, we just trying to mind our business. And, the Lord is just, stirring the pot. So hopefully this has been edifying to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai by Shem Rakakadash. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai by Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles out in New York, a great millstone, the GMS. Honors to our Aki around the planet, lifting up the name of Yahweh Yahushai in truth and sincerity. Shalom to the Akwats who are obedient to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai and their husbands. You cannot leapfrog over your husband to get to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. So hopefully, this has been edifying, like I said. And with that, we're going to say Shalom and the Bible Ball.